Welcome back to our exploration of MBTI pairings that often pose significant challenges. Throughout this series, we dive deep into the dynamics of personality combinations that, while not impossible, can present considerable hurdles in both personal and professional contexts. In today's episode, we focus on three particularly notorious pairings, each known for their complex dynamics. Understanding these potential pitfalls can empower you to navigate or even avoid these challenging combinations effectively. Join us as we explore why these specific pairs might require extra attention and how you can manage or steer clear of these difficult dynamics to foster healthier interactions. Have you ever felt like you're constantly at odds with someone, no matter how hard you try? What if you could anticipate these clashes and choose a smoother path? Today, we delve into three famously tough MBTI pairings: the debate enthusiast versus the harmony seeker, the quiet visionary versus the dynamic realist, and the dreamer versus the commander. We'll also look at real-life examples, such as the dynamic between Tina Turner and Ike Turner, and Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, to illustrate these challenges vividly. Stay until the end to gain the insights you need to navigate these stormy relationship waters with greater skill, or to decide when it's best to avoid embarking on a potentially rocky relationship journey. First, let's explore the dynamics between the ENTP, the debate enthusiast, and the ISFJ, the harmony seeker. This pairing illustrates a classic case of opposites that might not always attract. ENTPs thrive on challenging discussions and intellectual sparring, which can be unsettling for ISFJs, who prioritize harmony and emotional support in their interactions. This fundamental difference in their social engagement can lead to significant strain. While the ENTP seeks excitement and stimulation, the ISFJ needs tranquility and stability, creating potential friction in resolving conflicts and meeting each other's emotional needs.
When we first got together, I didn't realize how my love for heated discussions could impact Nia. I remember once, during a dinner party, starting a spirited debate about politics, which I found exhilarating. I was so engaged, challenging everyone's views, that I didn't notice Nia withdrawing into herself, visibly uncomfortable.
That night was tough for me. While Sifa was thriving, buzzing with energy, I felt overwhelmed and alienated. It took me a while to express how those situations made me feel, drained and sometimes ignored. I must communicate to Sifo that while I admire his passion, I need our social settings to be less confrontational and more nurturing.
Hearing Nia explain her feelings was a wake-up call for me. I started to notice how our different social needs could lead to tension. To manage this, we've established a signal between us. If Nia gives me a certain look, I know it's time to tone down the debate or change the subject, which helps us maintain balance.
And I've also tried to engage more in Sifo's world. I now initiate discussions on topics I'm comfortable with, leading them in a way that doesn't turn into a debate but rather an exchange of ideas. We also plan our social calendar with a mix of high energy and low-key events to meet our needs.
These adjustments have made a huge difference. For instance, I was more mindful of the discussion tone at our latest gathering, and we both enjoyed the evening immensely. It showed me that we can both thrive in our relationship with a bit of understanding and compromise.
Yes, and it's about respecting each other's boundaries and comfort zones. We've learned to find joy in our differences and to use them to enrich rather than divide us. It's a continuous journey that has brought us closer and strengthened our relationship.
Sifo and Nia's story is a testament to the power of communication and compromise in overcoming MBTI challenges. By acknowledging and adapting to each other's preferences, they have found a way to coexist and flourish together. Next, let's examine the complex dynamics between the INFJ, known as the quiet visionary, and the ESTP, labeled the dynamic realist. These two personality types often experience fundamental conflicts due to their vastly different approaches to life and communication styles. INFJs, like Angelina Jolie, are introspective and deeply idealistic. They seek profound connections and are highly attuned to the emotions and needs of others. They prefer structured environments that are focused on long-term planning. Their introspective nature can make them seem disconnected from practical realities, focusing instead on theoretical outcomes. ESTPs, like Brad Pitt, are action-oriented and thrive on excitement and spontaneity. They are pragmatic, focusing on tangible results and immediate problem-solving, which can sometimes come off as brash or superficial to their more introspective partners. This clash was evident in the relationship between Angelina and Brad, where communication breakdowns were frequent. Angelina's focus on humanitarian efforts and deeper meanings in life contrasted sharply with Brad's more relaxed approach to his career and spontaneity in daily activities. The INFJ may view the ESTP as too impulsive and lacking depth, while the ESTP might find the INFJ overly theoretical and impractical. Their differences, while initially providing a complementary balance, eventually led to misunderstandings and a highly publicized divorce. This example highlights how crucial it is for such pairings to foster open communication and develop a deep understanding of each other's perspectives to manage their inherent differences effectively. Now, let's hear from Charlie and Sophie, who have found themselves navigating these turbulent waters.
When we decided to adopt a pet, I needed time to weigh the pros and cons and consider how it would change our lifestyle. I remember feeling a bit overwhelmed by how quickly you wanted to proceed.
Yes, I was really excited about the idea, but I might have pushed too hard. I saw it as adding a fun new dynamic to our lives without fully appreciating your need to process the decision deeply.
It was a stressful decision for me. I was concerned about the responsibility and whether we were ready. It felt like we were on different pages, which was disheartening at the time.
I've learned a lot since then. For our recent decision about moving to a new house, I made sure we took the time you needed to discuss everything. We approached each potential issue methodically, which I think helped us both feel more prepared and aligned.
That adjustment made a huge difference. Understanding your willingness to slow down and thoroughly consider things helped me feel more connected and valued in our decision-making process.
I've seen how our decisions improve when we contribute fully. Now, I check in with you before making any quick decisions, especially those that significantly affect both of us.
It's helped us build a much stronger foundation for making joint decisions. Our approach to compromise and mutual understanding has grown, and I value how we've blended your dynamic energy with my need for thoughtful consideration.
This dialogue illustrates Charlie and Sophie's evolving understanding and adaptation to their distinct ways of interacting with the world. By learning from past challenges and actively finding a middle ground, they demonstrate a deepening appreciation for each other's strengths and a commitment to making their relationship work despite inherent differences. We conclude this exploration with a look at the INFP and ENTJ pairing, where the world of the dreamer meets the decisiveness of the commander. This matchup represents a clash between idealism and realism that can challenge and enrich a relationship. INFPs, with their deeply held values and dreamy idealism, often focus on possibilities and what could be. They thrive on emotional depth and authenticity, preferring a flexible and spontaneous approach to life. ENTJs, on the other hand, are goal-oriented and excel in structured environments. Known as commanders, they value efficiency and control, often taking charge of planning and decision-making processes. To illustrate the potential challenges of this pairing, consider the tumultuous relationship between Ike and Tina Turner. They were a famous musical duo in the 1960s and 1970s, known for their dynamic stage performances and hit records like Proud Mary. However, behind the scenes, their marriage was marked by severe issues, including Ike's controlling behavior and abuse, which starkly contrasted with Tina's vibrant and resilient personality. Tina Turner, whose real name is Anna Mae Bullock, eventually broke free from Ike's oppressive grip, finding tremendous success as a solo artist. Their intense and public struggles highlight how differing communication styles and values can exacerbate conflicts, providing a real-world example of the significant hurdles that can arise between such contrasting personality types. Their story underscores the importance of understanding and respecting each other's differences to manage or prevent such profound challenges. This pairing faces significant hurdles as INFP's need for emotional freedom can clash with the ENTJ's desire for control and structure. Balancing these needs is crucial to avoid feelings of suffocation or neglect. Let's hear from Omar and Rania, who have navigated these waters with varying degrees of success.
When we förra in natura, the differences in our planning styles became apparent. One weekend, I envisioned us having a quiet day at home, maybe reading and discussing ideas for our new project. But Rania had already scheduled a series of back-to-back social gatherings and house errands.
I saw those plans optimizing our weekend efficiently, ticking off as many boxes as possible. It was a practical approach, but I didn't realize it was overwhelming for Omar. He felt rushed and unheard, which wasn't my intention. We ended up having a long discussion about how we plan our time together.
That conversation was a turning point. I expressed how important it was for me to have periods of reflection and not to have every minute scheduled. It was tough because I appreciated Rania's drive and didn't want to stifle it.
And I learned a lot from that. Now I try to balance my natural tendency to fill our calendar by setting aside time for relaxation and spontaneity, which aligns more with Omar's needs. For instance, last month, we compromised by planning a structured weekend getaway that left plenty of room for unexpected adventures like our impromptu hike.
Those changes have made a big difference. Seeing Rania adjust her approach showed me she truly values our relationship. It's also helped me to be more upfront about my preferences.
It's about finding a middle ground where our needs are met. Like when we host parties now, Omar helps plan the theme and the guest list, which satisfies his need for deeper connection and meaning. And I organize the logistics, ensuring everything runs smoothly.
This dialogue shows Omar and Rania working to reconcile their differences by adjusting their expectations and communication styles, making their partnership continually evolving but increasingly harmonious. Omar and Rania's story illustrates that while the INFP and ENTJ pairing can present challenges with mutual understanding and effort, it can also offer substantial growth opportunities. If managed well, this dynamic combines the best of both worlds, vision and action. As we wrap up today's exploration in MBTI Pairings to Avoid Part 2, we've explored the complex dynamics between ENTPs and ISFJs, INFJs and ESTPs, and INFPs and ENTJs. These pairings, notable for their unique challenges, underscore the vital importance of understanding and adapting to differing personality traits. This episode highlights how contrasting MBTI types can lead to friction, as illustrated by real-world examples such as Ike and Tina Turner, and Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. These stories show that while some personality combinations can be challenging, recognizing and respecting differences is crucial. Despite the natural challenges these pairings face, embracing awareness and a dedication to mutual understanding can transform potential obstacles into opportunities for growth and deeper connection. Success in these relationships hinges on effective communication and a strong commitment to adapting to one another's needs, showcasing that even the most challenging pairings can find a path to harmony with effort. Join us as we continue to uncover the intricacies of MBTI relationships, providing you with the tools and insights needed to navigate or perhaps steer clear of these complex dynamics for healthier, more fulfilling interactions. Thank you for joining us as we navigated the challenging dynamics of MBTI relationships. If this episode was enlightening, please like, subscribe, and share to help us continue providing in-depth content. Your engagement truly makes a difference. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please share your experiences and how you've managed similar challenges. Don't miss our next episode. Maximize your impact, leveraging MBTI for success in life and work, where we'll explore MBTI's impact on personal growth, team dynamics, and leadership. Expect real-life case studies and expert insights. Thanks again for watching, and see you in the next video.